So people are starting to get their custom WISEOZ cubes in the mail, and they start out very stiff, as with any cube that you buy from the store. It's very hard to turn the sides, and the corners catch and stuff like that. And but luckily the custom cubes come with a syringe of cube lube and a piece of paper that basically says nothing about how to use it. So I thought I'd make this video to show you guys how to lube your cube properly. And the only cube I have, I've done it to all my cubes, so the only cube I have that's hard to turn is this one. And because I just bought it recently, it was only $1. How sweet is that? But it's pretty hard to turn, and by the end, you know, you want it to turn like any good cube would. So here we go. It's not that hard at all, but it does require popping out a few cubies. So if that makes you nervous, you might just want to not lube your cube until you've learned to solve it a few times. So here we go. The first thing I should say is that usually you wait about a week, I'd say, before you lube a brand new cube. You solve it every day, couple of times a day, you know, until you grind down some of the imperfections in the plastic. And that's just common. I don't know, I've never lubed a cube right away, so it's probably not bad though. But if you don't know how to solve a cube, you can't exactly do that. So what I would suggest is grinding it like this. You just hold you know, 2/3 of the cube in your palm of one hand and just grind it with the other hand. And you'll hear the catches. When it catches, just kind of grind that specific spot. And and then once you do that to all your sides a little bit, then I think you should put in the lube. And you're going to do that again to disperse the lube. So to pop a cubie, we need to pop this center cubie. Grab a knife. It's just easiest. You can do it with your finger, but it'll hurt a lot less if you use a knife. And all you're going to do is put the knife, slip it, you turn this at a 45-degree angle so that your edge, one of your edge cubies is right there, and then you slip the knife underneath it and just pop up just like that. And then you can just take off that cubie, and notice these other two cubies right here are now pretty loose and they want to come out, so just take those out too. Slide them to the center, take them out, and and now you can see the core of the cube in there. It's that white, that's the white holds the screws that turn that side, and that's where you want to squirt the lube. And you don't need to use very much, but the first time you do it, a lot comes out usually, so you like it or not, you'll probably soak it in there. So pop off the top of the lube, and you're supposed to make sure the syringe is all the way back, and just aim for the very center. I don't know how easily this is going to show up, but you aim for the center and just put a few drops like that in. I doubt you can see the drops there, but then once you do that, make sure you put the cap back on or else it'll dry out. You put the cubies back and you start with the corners and you just match the color. So this is the purple side, so you grab the corner that had the purple on it and put it like that. The other corner goes there, and then your center, just make sure you pop it in right so the color's on the side. And to pop it back in, you just kind of push on it there. Don't be afraid to manhandle it there. And then you grind it again, just how I showed you before, just like that. And grind that side real good until it starts spinning faster. And do that to all of your sides, because that should get it to most of the different sides. So grind that side whole bunch till it turns pretty good. The opposite side. Now the opposite side might not get lubed as well. So the side that's opposite to WISEOZ, the curtain, might not get as much. And actually that feels pretty good, but mine was already done before. But just do this for a whole bunch and you'll start to feel a difference. I mean, if you know how to solve a cube, just scramble and solve it a whole bunch of times. But if you don't, that's what you want to do. And once it starts feeling smoother, there might be one side that doesn't feel quite as smooth, and just do it to that side, the same thing. And then your cube should turn real well. You can just, with the flick of a finger, turn any side you want. And that's how to properly lube your cube.